guys, welcome to our channel. I was gonna say welcome back, but this is gonna be our first video on this channel.
Welcome to our channel.
You are new here, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can follow along with us. Okay, so I'm Jenna.
And I'm Lana.
And we are cousins.
Yes.
Over on our other channel, we get asked all the time if we are, like, what we are, like.
Yeah, if we're partners or if we're cousins. And yes, we are cousins.
We're cousins. And best friends.
Yes. We do a lot together. And actually, I realized when I got here, you're wearing hoops earrings and I'm wearing hoop earrings.
It only makes sense.
Yes.
Actually, I was looking at the stuff you brought for this video and I was like, oh, I have the same stuff.
I know. So we live on the same wavelength.
So today we are going to be sharing with you one of our most requested, most popular topics.
Topics, yes.
Yeah. We have made this video in the past on our first channel that we had, and I think we just want to kind of revamp it. We want it updated, and so we want to
condense it too. And just
make it more simple.
Yeah.
And we just want to share with you guys our top 5 tips for growing your hair long, and we swear by these things, and I promise you if you guys do these things you will get results in your hair.
It's so true. So I think that all these 5 tips that we're going to talk about all have to do with keeping your hair healthy. In order to get your hair long, it needs to be healthy, and that's how it's going to grow.
Yeah.
So
and I guess also all of these tips, we do our best to do these things, but you can't do everything every day, all day.
Yeah.
So these are just what we recommend you add into your life if you're trying to grow your hair out.
Just some general guidelines. Okay, so the first recommendation that we're going to give you guys is don't overwash your hair. I think it's so hard for women to do this, and for me and probably Jenna, it was hard at first, but we have built up to, I would probably say anywhere from 5 to 8 days is how often I will put shampoo in my hair. I don't know, is that about the same for you?
No, I agree, yeah.
So,
and some people are like, that is disgusting, but it actually really, my hair doesn't get that greasy for my hair is probably worse than yours, but around 3 days my hair is pretty greasy, but there's a lot of things I can do before I need to go ahead and wash my hair.
Yeah, and I'm about on day 4 and I'm feeling fine. And then the last few days, normally you can just put in braids or do other things if you're feeling that it is greasy, or a dry shampoo or something like that. So I feel like it is generally really hard at first, but you will build up to it. Your scalp, everything is going to adjust. You just need to give it time, and it's just going to be hard at first. But me and Jenna, we say that we wash our hair in between 5 to 8 days. It's not that we don't ever get our hair wet in that time. We wash our hair with water a lot and condition our hair, because conditioning is really good for your hair. So anytime I get my hair wet, I always condition it. And then the other thing is, when you are shampooing your hair, make sure you're not using a shampoo that has sulfate in it. I know one of the ones that I was using was Biolage, I believe, and then I realized it had sulfate in it, but it's obviously just stripping your hair more and depriving it of the moisture that your hair needs.
Yeah.
So,
and you don't actually need to spend a lot of money. A lot of the drugstore shampoos and conditioners are switching to be sulfate and paraben free. So there is a budget friendly way to do that. The second tip that we have is to make sure that you're properly treating and conditioning your hair. So some of the things that I like to do are to use a deep conditioning hair mask that I actually use in the shower, and it's by Aussie. Is that what it's called, or just Aussie? It's the purple kangaroo one. I'm gonna link it below because I forgot to get out of the shower. But that one is a 3-minute hair mask, and I swear that one is so good, and it's so cheap. So I definitely recommend that one. I used that one and compared it to my Pureology one that was $50 or $40. This one was way better. I'm not kidding.
And I've also heard that It's a 10 mask is really good. I've been actually needing to try that one.
So and add a hair mask into your shower and make sure you're masking or conditioning your hair once a week. And then there's leave-in conditioners that you can use, and we're going to share some of the ones we like. I really love this one from Biolage. It's called the Smoothing Shine Milk. My mom turned me on to this one, and I just love it. I think this one works so well for my hair. And then the other one that I think you have this one too.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I don't even know.
This one is from Pureology, and it's called the Multitasking Hair Beautifier. And I do like this one, but I mostly like the way it smells.
Yeah, that's funny that you. I don't overly love it, and it was pretty expensive.
It was so maybe pass on this.
So I live by this stuff. I was talking about the It's a 10 Deep Condition. I haven't tried that, but I have tried this Miracle Leave-In product by It's a 10, and it's just great. So my hair gets so snarly, and this literally detangles everything. So I live by this, and it's supposed to do a bunch of other things. It repairs dry hair, adds shine, detangles, control frizz, blah blah blah. It goes on and on. Anyways, this is a really great product that I use.
And then other things you can do are using things like natural oils like coconut oil, and then also castor oil. I do have some videos where I show you guys the hair growth that you can get from castor oil within weeks. Like, it's seriously crazy. And I know after I have babies, I lose a lot of hair around my face. And so my baby's like 3 months old. So anytime now, all of this hair is going to start falling out. So I've actually started putting this here to hopefully encourage the hair growth. I don't know why castor oil does that, but it does. And coconut oil is just a really good conditioning treatment for your hair.
I leave this on my bathroom counter, and then every time I just feel like my hair needs shine or needs to be smoothed out, like, this is great. And it's easier to brush your hair with this in it too.
Yeah, and so I think just to wrap that up is when you are doing these things, when you're in the shower washing your hair or applying something like castor or coconut oil, go ahead and massage the scalp, because scalp massage will stimulate hair growth. And especially when you're shampooing your hair, that's the best time to do it, because when you massage your scalp, you're also having oils released, and so if you do it while you're shampooing, then you can keep your hair less oily longer.
The third tip we want to give you guys is just to be gentle with your hair. And I can't tell you how important it is just to not like
that.
I don't know, not to like be so hard on your hair and rip through it. And like when I get out of the shower, I used to like rub my towel to hurry and have it dry faster and like rub it in between the towel. But if you are caring and gentle with your hair, it's just not going to break as easily, and that's like the big part of growing your hair out, is you just don't want to get split ends and having it break a lot. And then I would recommend everyone investing in one of these. It's called a wet brush. You can get them wherever, like Walmart, Sally's, I'm sure like Target or any other place sells them. But they're really amazing. They're really cheap, but it's awesome because these bristles are really, really flimsy. So instead of when you brush your hair with a normal brush, it's going to go over the snarls instead of pulling them. Yeah, exactly. So these are really great with just detangling. I actually leave this in the shower, and when I'm conditioning my hair, I brush through my hair. It's easier for me to brush through my hair when it's wet already, like drenched wet. Yeah. Because the instant I get out of the shower, it's like just it's already tangled.
So I think a wet brush is huge, and other things that you can do to be gentle with your hair is Lana actually turned me on to this, but it's using clips instead of ponytails. When you use a ponytail, it puts pressure where you put it, it pulls on your hair, and it just creates a little bit of weakening. When you use a clip, it just literally will hold your hair up.
Helps me keep my hair up without putting a crease in it, but it also just keeps my hair up so it's not ratting and like rubbing against my back and getting a big knot in the back. And then later I don't have to like brush through my hair and rip it out. So, and then also both me and Jenna, we try and sleep with our hair in a braid, just because when you sleep, I feel like you're like creating friction on your pillowcase and other things like that. And so if you sleep with your hair in a braid, it's just going to prevent damage that way.
Yeah, and so that brings us to our next point, is to ditch the cotton pillowcase. I've switched recently. It's like a satin silky pillowcase, and this is actually really good.
This is a really nice one.
It's actually a really cheap one. I got it for like $10 on Amazon. And the reason I really would recommend every girl just start sleeping with satin pillowcases is because it's good not only for your hair, but for your face. Your face is up against the pillows all night, and then when it's on cotton, it will get caught, and that just, what is that going to do? 8 hours of sleeping like that, you're going to get wrinkles. So your skin will slip nicely on this instead of being caught in a position that can give you wrinkles. And then also your hair just kind of slides on it instead of getting caught onto it. Since I have started using a satin pillowcase, I have seen a drastic difference in my hair growth, specifically around my face where it's like rubbing on the pillow. It's drastically different.
Yes.
And then the last thing is, when you do get out of the shower, I know we all love to wrap our hair up into a towel, but that is so bad for your hair. It just pulls on it and puts tension on it. Cotton towels are pretty rough on your hair in the first place, and so when you have it pulled up like that, it's just putting unnecessary tension and pulling on your hair. Okay, tip number 4 is to look at your diet, what you're eating. Are you getting the right vitamins and nutrients? Are you taking additional supplemental vitamins for your hair, such as biotin or the hair, skin, and nails vitamins? Some things you can do to make sure you're getting good nutrients and vitamins for your hair are eating things such as bananas, nuts, and nuts have a lot of really good oils in them, avocado, eggs also. Diets high in protein can help with your hair growth. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. So look at your diet. It's such a simple little thing you can do, but make sure you're getting in those types of nutrients for your hair and nails and skin.
Okay, the fifth and the final tip that we have for you guys is to adapt heat-free hairstyles. So it's really important that you keep your hair healthy, like we've just been mentioning, and a good way to do that is by trying to avoid using heat on your hair. We're trying to find ways that you can enhance your natural hair. It may be hard at first to try to go out naturally with your natural hair, but I think over time you will start to love your natural hair and your hair will adjust to it. You're just so used to like having
if you straighten it,
yeah,
or if you always curl it.
Yeah, but if you give your hair a break, it's just gonna do its thing and it's gonna be you and flawless, and you just gotta enhance you.
We all have very different hairstyles and textures. That was one thing, that was a huge complaint on our last video about how to grow your hair long, is we were telling people don't put heat on your hair, and they're like, well, we don't all have perfect hair. But trust me, I don't. I have very, very crazy textured hair, and basically this is it. Basically what I had to do is I had to figure out what types of things I could do while my hair was drying in order to tame it a little bit more, or to create a look that I liked. And so wearing it in buns while it's drying, or different looks like that, have helped me create like a hairstyle, a finished hairstyle that I really like. And while this is still very like natural looking, and this is my natural hair, and it's maybe not everyone's cup of tea, I personally really like it, and so that's a way for me to keep my hair healthy.
Yeah. And if you are using heat, just make sure you're using like a heat protector or something to protect your hair, just so it's not getting so much damage. Or maybe it's just taking a step and like trying to only use heat on your hair twice a week or something like that. If you're doing your hair every single day, I don't think that's really necessary to put the heat on it every single day. So maybe just take it by baby steps. So here are a few things that you guys could do just to prevent heat on your hair and still look cute. You could do braids. I feel like both me and Jenna love doing braids. That's like my go-to. You just mix it up, do French braids. And
I even think it's kind of in again to like braid your hair and then take it out and let the waves of the braid. I think for a while that was kind of weird looking, but now I think it's in again. I think people are embracing that, and I think it's really beautiful.
I do too. And then you can do sock buns. I know Jenna has a really cool way to do a sock bun curls, and so you can do that at night and then take it out in the morning, and same thing with curlers as well. So maybe try and experiment with those different ways.
Yeah, and we are actually going to make some tutorials for you guys on our favorite ways to style your hair without heat. So make sure you stay tuned for those, because I think you guys are going to really like those videos. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. We hope you find some of these tips helpful. If there's some things that you guys swear by for maintaining healthy hair and growing your hair, please leave that in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.
And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like we said, like we're super excited to have you guys here on this channel, and we'd love it if you guys subscribed, and we appreciate all your support.
Okay, and we will see you guys next time.